This man was a certified smacker, leader. But unfortunately, if you go by the paperwork, he's also what? He'd be considered a snitch, right? Yesterday, I ran my content. Today, 1090 runs his content. I know you gonna hear this. Those days of that white woman running in the middle of the street, pointing around and saying he did it, and that dude over there changing the carburetor up under the pickup truck is over. Great presentation, great clip. But unfortunately, where I come from, 1090, we don't go off newspapers. We all know from watching old mob movies, newspapers can be brought. Newspapers are not, I repeat, are not court documents.
Facts.
So since you took the time, 1090, to go to the Chicago Tribune, page 14, I think you said it was. Hey, I spoke against it yesterday and said I don't believe it. It don't make sense. I think it's a plot to get the man attacked because he just got to the state on a medium yard. Well, 1090, I guess you got to go to the courtroom and request these documents. I mean, you stepped into this policy. It's on you. I'm only responding because I got to stand on my square. This is not court document.
But Wack, check
Who
this out
did it,
though.
Ethel? Who did it? It was the knee. Which one? That one. Nah. Ain't no Rosewood, Mississippi burn going over here at 1090. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We not doing that. So I need you to do 1090. It seems to me like you back woke. You been in hibernation for a while. Like you dug into the Chicago Tribune, page 14. You gotta go get to work. You gotta go get to work. That's just where I stand. You know, it's crazy right now because a lot of you weirdos out there, I don't know if y'all just don't know nothing about Chicago or know nothing about Larry Hoover or whatever this, what the significance of this. A lot of y'all weirdos is getting in my comments as if I'm attacking Larry Hoover. See, right now, I'm kind of needed because if it's a whack in the 1090 swaying the same way, that's a hard fire to put out. Please use your mind and stop reading clickbait and listen. I have not said nothing in favor of these documents. Everything I've been saying is in favor of Mr. Hoover. So I don't know if y'all just dumb. I believe I'm the only one speaking in favor of him. Now we got 1090 Jake. He said it. He said, hey, the God is this, is that. He said it. I'm saying I don't believe it. And the reason why I don't believe it, because it's newspaper articles. I do know dude's been under attack day one. And I just ain't gonna write off a newspaper article. Y'all remember I got called out for putting a newspaper article up on Cool to Beat. They called me out and said, Wack, that ain't no real paperwork. We need the real paperwork. I went to DOG, got the real paperwork, brought it back. So, 1090's in the same situation. He needs to go get the legal documents. We had something from Ghost. What's that site? The Chicago-based site?
Squid 8.
Squid 8. For those of y'all who saying Wack created the document to put it up to respond, nah. Squid 8, my understanding, is a Chicago-based blog site is who put it up. I responded to it yesterday. I guess 1090 heard what I had to say. and he giving his take on it. He went and found something in the Chicago Tribune paper, page 14 or so. Oh yeah, he listening. He just texted me. I knew he was listening. Okay, so he's sending me pictures of the and it's the 1968 newspaper clip, page 14.
Okay, so let me just stop this video real fast and add some commentary. What y'all need to know is that, people like 1090 Jake and DJ Vlad and Gene Deal, these dudes are informants. What they do is they provide information to the intelligence agency, and also they spy for these intelligence agencies, and also the feds and the cops. And this is something that DJ Vlad have been exposed for. His mother is a former intelligence agency spy for Russia, allegedly. I would say that this has been proved, but I gotta say allegedly. And that is exactly what Jake, 1090 Jake, is doing. So let's get back to the clip.
I'm gonna send this over to all y'all can have it. They be listening, boy. What I do see is he went and dug up a newspaper article. Okay, so now he know his back is against the wall. Now he got to go get to work, which I Googled it. Illinois holds the work. I guess you got to request it some type of way. So he got to do the footwork. Me, I'm not pointing the finger at that man based on the newspaper clip.
Yep, it's a video from like a year ago where I sent it to you, right? And this dude, he covered this, right? And he said that the dude James Whitesmith, the dude who's Larry Hoover, even he said that Larry Hoover ain't tell.
Who is this on the video?
It's another dude. He a white dude too. He do like content and stuff, but he from Chicago. All he do is Chicago content.
Yeah, see, at this point in time, we got the 1090 got to go get to work, because he say, she say, a newspaper say, that ain't no work.
Facts.
And again, a day after he, has a W over there, hit his come. So, 1090 did a little more diggity, found something in the newspaper, but I don't recognize or acknowledge newspaper as court documents, personally. That's why my stance is, I hear it, great clip, great piece of work. You got the little mystical sound, you know what I'm saying, going on back there. If I could take a guess, you ain't got no socks on, you got some of them open-toe sandals on, with the wide soles on. You was twinkling your toes while you was doing this 1090. But we need you to put the boots on. You gotta get down in the mud. You gotta come with something a little stronger than this, because you actually use the rat word.
Right, y'all. So there you have it. That was Wack100, and he was reacting to 1090 Jake, because according to Jake, he's claiming that Larry Hoover snitched, and that's the reason why he was pardoned by Donald Trump. But Wack100, he's sending a stern message to Jake and saying that Larry Hoover did not snitch. And I gotta say that in most cases, when you hear about people that get pardoned or even released from jail, most of the times they have in fact snitched. Unfortunately, personally, I'm not a street dude. Even though I grew up in the hood, I'm not a street dude, but I grew up there. I still gotta say that I don't care if you snitch to get out of jail. Personally, if I was involved with street life, I would never snitch, because that's the life that you chose. But I understand when they want to get out of jail and they decide to tell. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.